WUB Network, America's sports leader, is proud to present the Progressive Cup Series. We are live from the Phoenix International Raceway for the Can-Am 500, the final race of the round of 8. I'm Eddie Kalegi. First off to Ed and Tripp for the Nabisco Pre-Race Show.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Nabisco Pre-Race Show, live atop Rattlesnake Hill. I'm Ed Kalegi, joined by Tripp McGinnis. The final race before the championship at Charlotte is today. It's the Can-Am 500 at Phoenix International Raceway. Tripp, I have to ask, what are we going to expect today?
Well, this track is only a mile and doesn't have much banking, but it's still grueling in multiple ways. First, choosing to use the dog leg is always tough every lap, and many still struggle to make the right choice. And then you got the heavy braking zones in the corners, and finally the temperatures. It's going to be another hot one in the desert.
Absolutely right. Temperatures approaching 100 degrees today. Shifting towards our point standings, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has secured his spot on the Final Four, but nobody else is safe. Kyle Larson, Kevin Harvick, and Kyle Busch hold the other three spots, but anything can happen. Now it's time for our Subway selections. Tripp, who's your pick?
Well, Kevin Harvick came from the back to win here earlier this year, and now he starts on the pole. Look for the closer to close this one out as well.
Chase Elliott is 11 points out and might need to win today, but I think the Georgia native will get it done and get HMS to the Final Four. Now to Eddie Kalegi in the booth.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Phoenix International Raceway. It's just about time to race here in the Can-Am 500. 39 drivers ready to battle. Let's see our drivers to watch for. Kevin Harvick starts on the pole for the second straight race. We know he's good at Phoenix. Kyle Larson starts second and he's in a good spot right now for the Final Four. Chase is 11 points out and might be in a must-win situation. Joey Logano currently on the outside looking in, but he's got a good starting spot up in 5th place. Kyle Busch starts 8th. He sits 4th in the standings. Denny Hamlin currently just below the championship cutoff. He starts 9th. McMurray is last in the standings. Definitely needs a win. He'll start in 16th. Stenhouse, the lowest starting playoff driver, in 18th, but he's already in the Final Four. Now the command.
He has been with Camping World for over 25 years. Please welcome your Grand Marshal, National Training Director, Brad Woods.
On behalf of 7,000 Camping World employees and 8 million RVers across the country, drivers, start your engines!
Great command there by Brad Woods. The cars roll off. Now it's time to take a look at a starting grid for the second to last time this season. Row 1 is a pair of playoff drivers. It's Kevin Harvick in the 4 and the 42 of Kyle Larson. Row number 2 is Chase Elliott and Eric Jones, the highest starting non-playoff driver. Row 3, Joey Logano and Ryan Newman, who seems to have a knack for this track. Row 4 is Martin Truex Jr. and fellow Toyota Kyle Busch. Take it away, Tripp. All right, row 5, Denny Hamlin and Junebug. There he is, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Row number 6, you got Brad Keselowski and Daniel Suarez. Enemies back at LA, I don't know anymore. Row 7, Ryan Blaney and Kurt Busch. Then row 8, you got Casey Kane, Jamie McMurray. He's got a lot of work to do. He sure does. Row number 9 is Clint Boyer, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who can just cruise through today. Row 10, you got Jimmy Johnson, another low starting position for him, and Jamie Rockwell. Then you got KJ Johnson in the 40, and the Dinger, AJ Allmendinger. Row 12, Eric Almirola, and Matt Kenseth in the Tide Pods 20. Yep, row 13, the Italian Stallion, Matt DiBenedetto and Austin Dillon. Row 14, you got Danica and Chris Boucher. Row number 15, you got Michael McDowell and Ty Dillon. And then in row 16, Landon Castle and Paul Menard. In the very back, row 17, it's Trevor Bayne and the 33 of Casey Mears. Row 18 is Timothy South, and to his outside, the 38 of David Reagan. Row number 19, Landon Eames in the 55, Jeffrey Earnhardt in the 32. Row 20, Garrett Smithley in the 51 for Rick Ware Racing rounds out the field. The 2 DNQs, Cole Witt in the 23, Chase Montgomery in the 98. Racebacks, 22 laps, pit window 13 to 16. Dog leg is beneficial. Last ever race here with the PIR. We move to ISM. Championship 4 will be decided today. Late breaking stories on pit road. Here's Debbie.
For the second straight race, Kevin Harvick starts on the pole, heading to his best track with a spot in the Final Four on the line. Look for the 4 to be a factor.
He was quiet here early in the year, but don't bat an eye at Kyle Larson, whose average finish at tracks a mile or less ranks 3rd in the sport this season. Team 42, although looking decent on points, will really go for it today.
Larson's teammate Jamie McMurray had a lackluster day at Texas and now starts back in 16th. McMurray is focused on taking it one position at a time, and hopefully some strategy can get him a victory.
Thanks, guys. Tripper, are you ready? Yes, I am. Who's going to the Final Four? Here we go. Great flag. Here we go. Kevin Harvick, Kyle Larson lead him down through turns 1 and 2. Kevin Harvick moves to the bottom. Truex already making a move in the dogleg. Yeah, let's see who uses it. Truex already up to 4th. Larson hanging with Harvick, but Harvick clears him right across the start-finish line. Lap 2 underway. Harvick, Larson, Elliott through turns 1 and 2. Yeah, these cars are really fast, much faster than earlier this year. Guys really have gotten a handle of this track. Already lap traffic. Kevin Harvick, Larson, Elliott. Truex working on Elliott for 3rd as they go by. Multitude of lap traffic contact between Eames and Earnhardt. We know they don't like each other from an incident back at Darlington, and there it is again. 4 wide. Oh, and Denny Hamlin makes significant contact with Eric Jones. Oh, that could be bad for that team. Denny Hamlin really bobbling. Sounds like he has an issue. Here's Debbie.
Lots of trouble for the 11 team. Denny Hamlin just radioed in that he feels a vibration in the left rear after the contact with the 77. For now, though, the playoff driver will not pit.
Well, that don't sound good. No, it doesn't. And Hamlin falling back. Here's Truex going around Chase Elliott. Lap 5. We'll be back after this commercial break on WUB Network. Well, Denny Hamlin's chance at a championship is over. That left rear went out. Casey Mears getting patched up on pit road. Should be able to continue. He was involved. Let's take a look at this replay. Yeah, this was right by the leaders. They're very lucky. Yeah, you see Hamlin. There it goes. Goes up. Mears tries to escape on the outside. Gets clipped, and that was a hard hit for Denny. Hamlin has now blown a tire in both races here. Yeah, hard to expect. Pit stops here on lap 8. Chase Elliott pulls in from 4th place and is feeling so-so about the race. Knowing he may need to win to get in, he certainly needs more. 4 tires, gas, and a wedge adjustment for Elliott to give him some room to maneuver.
Kyle Larson has found a way to somehow hang with Kevin Harvick at Phoenix, which isn't easy to do. The car is really loose, but that is perfect for the driver of the 42. No adjustments, just 4 tires, gas, and they'll clean off the grill. Debbie?
Kevin Harvick has looked good all race, but doesn't have that lockdown car he usually has here. 4 tires, gas, and an air pressure adjustment for the 4.
Thanks, guys. Now it's time for our fan predictions. Well, look at all the people who picked Harvick and Larson. They're strong. Elliott a little out of the box, but he's looked well. Kyle Busch still hanging in there. He's got a chance. The rest of these guys really don't have any sort of a shot. People getting fun with these picks here as we get towards the latter stages of the season. Ready to restart lap 11 of 22. You see Kevin Harvick not up front. We'll explain why. Larson is the leader now. Elliott has climbed to 2nd in that Hooters 24. Logano up to 4th in the pit cycle. Jamie McMurray struggling, but he's back in 21st, 1 lap down. Here's Kevin Harvick. He drove through too many boxes. He restarts 13th all the way in the back. Ty Dillon had an uncontrolled tire. He was already a lap down. Mears is 3 laps down after that damage. Dale Jr., the Bass Pro Shop's Lucky Fish, 13 in the lead lap. Yeah, I didn't get a proper one, so green flag, let's go, let's roll. Yeah, Tripp missed it earlier, but here we go. Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott. Wow, Elliott, what a run on the outside. He's got a crossover. Woohoo! Chase Elliott to the lead here as he clears Kyle Larson. 11 laps to go. On board with Kyle Larson, he's going to try to crossover move. Ooh, this is going to get good. Larson trying to take it, but Elliott's hanging on. Elliott on the outside. Yeah, that's why I love this 24. He is a very, very talented driver. Look, there's Kevin Harvick already climbing through the field. My goodness. Well, Denny Hamlin wasn't happy. Kirk Landry has more on pit road. I'm here with Denny Hamlin. Denny, what happened? Well, I don't know. Blew a tire. 2nd straight race here, I blew a tire. Really stinks. I thought we had a chance at this title. Gotta hope Kyle can get it for Joe Gibbs Racing. Alright, Denny Hamlin frustrated after this one. Back to the booth. Yeah, it stinks for Denny, but look at Chase Elliott up there. Kyle Larson now battling with Martin Truex Jr. as they're getting through a lot of lap traffic. Only 13 left in the lead lap. Wow. Truex going for 2nd. He's going to get it. Larson gets shoved up, and there's a caution. Trouble. Ooh. David Reagan in the wall, and that'll bring out the yellow with 7 to go. David Reagan was well off the pace, really struggling compared to his teammate Castle, and that might have been the reason why. 2nd blown tire we've seen here today. Maybe that's a testament of more to come. Yep, David Reagan getting towed away. Now, interesting pit strategy here. Let's send it to pit road for those who pitted. Kyle Larson told the crew that pitting was a necessity here because the car has tightened up dramatically since early in the race. They'll play with the wedge and the tape, and he's off.
You'd think Martin Truex Jr. not in the playoffs would gamble. He is not. 4 tires as he'll aim to move to the front on the restart. And trouble on pit road, guys. It's Joey Logano.
Johnson's car smoking, crew members on the ground, Logano with damage. Ooh, that did not look good. You'll see a replay. This was not a good scene. Injured crew member, and Logano's got heavy damage. That might be the end of the line for the 22. Both these cars were 2 of the 12 on the lead lap. Let's see a replay. Yeah, Logano's there. Watch Johnson. Ooh, Logano tipped. Oh, that is a hard hit for that crew member. Tipped him in. Nowhere to go. Now, we're hearing that the rear tire changer has been transported to a local hospital with minor injuries, so hopefully nothing that severe. Yep, surely. Chase Elliott stayed out. He is now your leader with 3 to go. Ryan Newman also stayed out. Yeah, he might be a sitting duck. He was running back there in like 9th. Kyle Larson took 4 tires. Junebug trying to get one more win. He only took 2. Yeah, he's stuck behind Ryan, though. Truex and Busch each took 2 tires. Then you got Kevin Harvick. Takes 4, but is all the way up to 7th after the penalty that put him all the way in the back. Logano's 1 lap down, now back in 20th place. Eric Almirola, your Bass Pro Shops lucky fish. 3 laps to go. Green flag back in the air. Oh man, Newman didn't go 4 wide for an instant. Elliott, Larson, Newman, and Harvick. Where did Kevin Harvick come from? Chase Elliott trying to hold him off. Remember, Larson and Harvick, they got fresher tires. 2 to go at Phoenix. On board with Elliott. He slips up, but so does Larson. Oh, this is going to get good. Larson down in the dog leg. Larson takes it. And he's going to pull away as Elliott's holding off Harvick. Elliott knows he's got to try to win. Hopefully he can get a push. 1 to go, but Kyle Larson is driving away. And Harvick, with all the speed, that hit a penalty, he won't be able to come back. Through 3 and 4. 4th win of the year for Kyle Larson as he takes it at Phoenix. Nice job by Kyle Larson here. Getting the pass, using the fresh tires to his advantage. Chase Elliott salvages a 2nd, but it won't be enough. For the playoffs, then it's Harvick, Busch, Truex, Blaney, Newman, Jones, Jr., Keselowski all hung on the lead lap. Yeah, so many lap cars in this race. Kurt Busch, 11th, only other car on the lead lap. Then you got KJ Johnson, career best 12th. Suarez, Boyer, McMurray back in 15th. He didn't make it. Kane, Stenhouse still finished 17th, didn't get 3 in a row. Kenseth, Almirola, and Logano. 21st was DiBenedetto, then Austin Dillon, Jamie Rockwell, Danica, Allmendinger, Castle, Menard, Bain, Chris Buescher, Michael McDowell. Yeah, then we get to the cars that were a lot of laps down. Timothy South, Ty Dillon, Earnhardt and Eames were banging off each other all race. Smithley, Jimmy Johnson had to get towed away after that hard crash on pit road. Mears, Reagan, Hamlin. Hopefully Johnson's crew member is okay, though. Here's what happened. Larson and Stenhouse won. Harvick and Busch both got top 5s in both races. Elliott was good. He came up close. Hamlin, Logano, McMurray all didn't have a shot. And that's your final 4. Oh man, I can't wait for Charlotte. Next race, the Buffalo Wild Wings at 500 at Charlotte. The season finale, Stenhouse, Larson, Harvick, and Busch. Kyle Larson, 4th win of the year, all at different types of tracks. Hope you enjoyed. Follow us on Twitter, at Eddie Kalegi, at Trent McGinnis. We'll see you next time here on WUB Network, America's sports leader.